Hi everyone, this is Tanishka. Yeah, look, it's a big day today. Full moon in Taurus, but what makes this a really big energy is not only is it full moon in Taurus, which is the sign of love that challenges us on our capacity to love, which always starts with the self and then permeates out from there. But today is, when Venus is dying in the underworld. So this is, when Venus is invisible. And so for us to be journeying, Venus being invisible in our lives, love not being there, love being evasive, or us not seeing our own lovability, or others not seeing our own lovability. This is what happens when Venus is not visible in the sky during this period of a retrograde descent. And this is something I know intimately because it's when I was born. Only 2% of the people on the planet are born during a Venus retrograde. And so this is when Venus is invisible. So for those of us that have that, when we were born, Venus was as far away from the earth as you can get because she was deep at the other end of her ecliptic into the cosmos, into the dark, into the depths of the underworld. And so only those that are willing to go to the depths to see their own shadow can see us, which is why I dearly love all of you who are doing the work, who are descending to the shadow. And because not only can you see yourselves then, the disowned aspects of yourself, and really love yourself, but you can also see and value what it is I have to offer. So a couple of things I just wanted to share with you today. One is I saw my osteo, a different osteo, because my regular osteos are out of Bali at the moment. And they gave me a really good stretch for the thoracic, which is, the middle part of the back, which is behind the heart. So if we are protecting our heart in any way, the intercostal muscles, the muscles that go between the ribs, particularly in this upper middle part of the back, can get achy, can get sore. So there's a really good simple massage that you can do. I've started incorporating it in, not massage, stretch, into my daily practice. And you simply give yourself a hug, which looks like I'm in a straitjacket, but come with me. So you give yourself a hug, which is very sort of Taurus, and then you spiral doing the infinity sign, which is, the eternal way that energy moves through the cosmos. And you're doing that on an angle as you're spiraling, and it really helps loosen up the thoracic, the part of the spine behind the heart. So, when we're doing psychic armoring, when we're protecting the heart, all of this area gets really, really tight. So if you find that you're carrying tension in there, if you're feeling achy in that part of the back, try that stretch. And maybe even incorporate it into your practice each day so that you are available to receiving love, because we receive in through the back. And the more we can receive love, the more we can give it out. So as well as just sharing my insights about the fact that Venus is invisible at the moment, and today full moon in Taurus is about experiencing love, embodying love. And so what to do when love isn't actually something you can see and touch and taste in the physical? Well, it's about going deep, because Venus is in Scorpio. So in order to find love, we have to be prepared to really do the descent and to look at the parts of ourselves that we fear are unlovable, And don't be surprised if emotion takes you by surprise. I just had a huge ball in the shower, which took me by surprise, just having the warm water on me. And after what I'd been journaling, it was just like, okay. This is a gift. It's not that you are broken. It's not that anything is wrong. Don't ever shame your emotion. It is a healing. It is setting you free. So one final thing I wanted to share with you is a poem that I just penned this morning. you know, poetry is a wonderful way to heal our hearts. You know, often when Venus is invisible, it is a real wake-up call that love is not something that we should ever pursue, okay? That it is simply who we are, okay? So this is what the poem is about, and may it soothe your heart wherever you are in your Venus descent. But just know that, you know, if you allow the breaking down, if you allow the deep vulnerability, then you will be reborn with a new outlook on love and a new ability to give and receive love on a deeper level. So here is my poem. I've called it The Dark Face of Venus, because that is the phase when I was born, when right now, in fact, I mean, it's not my birthday, but this is the time when I was born, when Venus was in Scorpio and she was invisible. Enough, so the dark face of Venus. Enough of wishing, waiting, hoping. Enough of fostering the growth of fully grown men. Enough of perpetuating their mother wound, attempting, oh, hang on, I'm going to start again, because it's not about men, it's about man, it's about the dance of intimacy. So, the dark face of Venus, take 2. Enough of wishing, waiting, hoping. Enough of fostering the growth of a fully grown man. Enough of perpetuating his mother wound by attempting to mother him to wholeness, which simply affirms he lacks the capacity to make it on his own. This is the final act of the Dark Mother on this Beltane full moon. Today, Venus confronts Eresh Gagal in the underworld, so I may know my saboteur in the dance of love. If all healing is born of compassion, I must embrace this shadow heroine and seek to understand her wound that drives her compulsive need to control and inhibit the free will of the other in the dance. She first took breath on the day Venus died in the great below. So all who looked upon her could never truly see her, for she was so deep in the inner realms. All they saw was darkness, and they ran away in fright, leaving her with the assumption that love equals betrayal. And so a quest began to return from dark to light, to see and know the love of all she was, so she could shine this light into the world. For years she tried to earn love through demonstrating her value, and while her service was noble, it was underpinned by a need to be fully seen and understood. So she expended her light, burning out, in the hope she would be embraced rather than feared. And as more descended to face the darkness within, more began to see her and celebrate her light. The more she shared all she had learnt in the underworld, the more people gathered to listen and confront their fear of the dark. But still the love of the other was elusive. For one to be embraced for who they truly are, they must simply be love. Be loved by all that is, unself-consciously receiving the love of all of existence and expressing this eternal gift, knowing there is no love to get, no love to give. Love simply is. Love is the essence of all life. Love is our naked, natural self. Love is ever present. When we dare to be love and be loved by the all, we fulfill our destiny as the beloved. So I hope those words are a salve of healing balm for your heart today. And yeah, may we all remember that we are the beloved of the divine, and that this challenge today is to embrace and trust in the power of love and the chaos of the goddess as she takes us all through a deep birthing in the underworld, father us from the earth, and that we will all be reborn if we can face our fear of not being loved, for who we are. All right. Love to you all, beloveds. We are all the beloved of the divine. We are all the beloved of the earth mother. And we are all one. Have a beautiful day.